We have had warnings today about how a generation of young people in Britain is resigned to being on benefits for decades. Research by the charity run by double Olympic gold medalist, no less, Dame Kelly Holmes, suggests 175,000 young people who are NEETs, not in employment, education or training, think they'll be on benefits for up to 20 years. Well, earlier I spoke to David Rethel, who runs Inner Flame, which helps young people in Swindon.
That is a pretty shocking statistic, and it doesn't entirely surprise me. Certainly, the young people that we deal with, where they've not got such good qualifications and maybe they've been unemployed for 6 months or more, or a couple of years in a lot of cases, the job market is very tough for them to break into, even though it's getting better overall.
David Rethel from Inner Flame. 25-year-old Kate Gray from Bath is a swimmer who represented Team GB at the Paralympics in Beijing. She's been involved in a number of courses which aim to help NEETs. And she joins us. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning.
It's a horrible term. I hate saying it. NEETs.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, it's not a familiar term that they hear. You don't hear it in schools, you don't hear it in jobs. I guess it's that cluster of people that you almost forget about, but those are the ones that are most in need, and that's what the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust is really focused around helping.
Now, you've made a success of your life. How are you helping those who are struggling?
Well, the unique thing about the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust is that it uses athletes who are transitioning out of their athletic career. Now, people think, oh, athletes, they had it all lovely in their careers and they can just go on and do whatever they want afterwards. But a lot of us have just committed our whole lives to being an athlete, and then suddenly we have to retire from training and have to get a real job as well. And she found that a lot of athletes were struggling to make that transition. So the trust was set up to support that, and then realised that those athletes could then pass on their skills and their experiences to other young people that were going through the same thing. And I had that experience a couple of years ago and got involved with the trust. And I've always wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't have my teaching degree. I didn't have enough experience behind me to go straight into teaching. So I got involved with the trust, and as a result, I've worked with some really amazing young people who aren't your average young people that you work with in schools. They challenge you a bit more, but as a result, you see the rewards and you see what difference you can make, and I've loved doing the job.
And Kate, is it often, as it's perceived to be, a lack of self-belief or self-esteem in people, or actually is it brick walls that are really increasingly difficult to get over?
From the young people that I work with, there's always a combination of the two. A lot of them are in the situation they're in because of self-esteem issues, and every young person is different. They've all got their own personal circumstances that have kind of reduced their self-esteem, whether it's parents getting divorced or not getting their exam results that they've always wanted, or getting in the life of crime, and then before they know it, they've lost all self-esteem and direction of where they're going, and that's resulted in then facing brick walls such as not getting the grades to get into the college they want or getting onto apprenticeship, and then it's a bit of a vicious circle of getting out of that. And I think it's a real shame, because sometimes it can be as simple as just telling them they are good enough and giving them that self-belief to go and try something new, and that can be something as simple as learning to swim. Like, I worked with a group of young girls last year who really didn't enjoy taking part in sport and hated the idea of being active, but actually that was a part of their life that they really needed to develop, because they didn't have healthy lifestyles, which was having an impact on the rest of their lives, like getting up in the morning. That was such a hassle, which I'm sure all young people experience, but if you haven't got a healthy lifestyle behind you. So I saw them a couple of weeks ago, and they started swimming, and they've really overcome a lot of things, but one of those things was just building up that self-confidence and having a healthy lifestyle.
Kate, where can people get more information?
Well, yeah, there's a number of ways you can get involved, and today it's all about 10 years since Dame Kelly Holmes won her gold.
Oh, that makes me feel very old.
I know it. I can still remember her crossing that line with her eyes beaming, not being able to believe. But
you were hardly born, Kate.
Oh no, it's still a big part of my athlete career. But the way we want to get involved, and there's a lot of these charities and donations and pledges going on at the moment, but we want people just to text GOLD, so GOLD, to 70300 and donate £2 to help the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust help lots of young people. And if you hashtag double gold on Twitter, you can follow the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust on Twitter. You can go onto their website for more, which is the damekellyholmestrust.org, and find out more details. But we really want to get a bit of a trend going on, hashtag double gold, and find out more about the trust and see how you can get involved. And you can even hashtag your double gold as well, because we believe that every person out there has a double gold, just like Kelly Holmes, that they can achieve themselves.
Kate, thank you. Ever so much. 25-year-old Kate Graham, flooded by her enthusiasm. You can't escape it, can you? Fantastic to hear that running through her veins. That's why she's such a great swimmer, passing on that particular message.